What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Our Shared Experience. Today, we're getting into what I believe is probably a very difficult subject for a lot of people, even including myself. And that is the friendships that we need, do the friendships that we need change? And I think the answer is obviously yes. But with that comes like kind of a really difficult set of like realizations, right? And what I'm talking about is like, I was thinking about this the other day, is like, do I have any real friends? Who I think about in the past, friendships that I had were so like solid and they were so like rooted in like just like depth and talking and like expressing ourselves to each other and having fun and exploring and learning and growing and challenging each other. And, there was a lot of like, there was so much of that. And it was like partying together and it was like experiencing life. And I think as you get older, things change and you start to realize that those same friendships don't give you the value in which you need right now. They're not feeding you the proper fuel that is allowing you to continue to evolve and grow. And I think that is probably where the real challenge of friendship comes in is the idea, if someone is on a personal growth mission. And we talked about this actually I never released it, but I did a whole thing about love and how difficult it would be. And I'll probably release it one day. But I think what I talked about in that talk was like, how do you stay in love for so long, right? Love is just another form of incredible friendship. And I think where that love lies is in growth together. That is the simple answer, is if we have friends that are stuck in a certain place and they're not evolving and they're just like in their cycle or got caught in where they lived in or staying and happy, right? I'm not judging anyone who is happy. I am just in a personal relationship with myself wanting to grow, wanting to evolve, wanting to explore more, reach new heights, dig deep and express myself. And there are friendships that serve a certain purpose at a certain time. And I think one of the hardest things to do is realize that you are in a different place than the friends that you once had and loved. And you still probably do love, right? I love all my friends. I love all my old friends. But I also realize right now that I feel like for one of the first times in my life, I feel very friendless. Like I feel like I don't have many people who are willing to go there with me, who are on the same page, who are new parents, right? Like becoming a new parent instantly changes the people in which you relate to because your life changes. There's, as much as someone without a child wants to continue to conversate with you, one, if they're willing to talk about your challenges as a parent, a new parent, and your kids, and that maybe there's a little something there. But for a lot of people, especially at a certain age where like, I'm turning 35. By the time this comes out, I'll be 35. A lot of right now is like, this is when people are like trying to decide like, am I ever going to have a kid? Or am I going to be childless like for the rest of my life? And is hanging out with someone who just had a kid a really harsh mirror having to look into and reflect on my own decisions of whether I'm going to do this or not? So I think right now you have people in your life I have people in my life who are not willing to have that conversation because they're not there yet. Right? And that's it. Like, that's fine. That's extremely fine. But for me personally, it's almost like without having someone to talk to about the situations and challenges and love, it's not just like the heartaches. It's not like, oh, I need someone to vent to. It's like, there's so much incredible, cool stuff happening with River that like, I want to talk about it. I want to be excited about it. I want other people to relate to me and have those conversations. But I don't have that. It doesn't really exist. So it's been interesting. And I'm also obviously, through all these conversations, you can tell I'm on this personal growth journey where I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to be present and understand like who I really am, behind the costume, like who am I in, like at my soul level. And I think in order to continue to be in that energy, in that state of mind, you have to surround yourself with other people who are on that journey too. And right now, it feels very difficult to find others that are on that journey. Obviously, in my passions and parkour and all these like sidebars of what I do, I can relate and have friendships that are about that thing. And I think usually friendships about those things become bigger friendships because you find out like, okay, we love art. We love art together. Oh, we have all these fun, interesting talks. Maybe we create art together. Maybe we play really creative concepts back and forth, and that's why our friendship works. And then as time goes on, we start talking deeper and we understand like, oh, we're on the same page. And that's where like a real friendship evolves. But I think, I'm having just this thought, and I'd love for you guys to like think to yourselves is like, do I have friends right now that I feel obligated to remain friends with because of our past together and the things that we've went through together, right? Our experiences. And I think that's probably the hardest realization, is that most good friends, maybe not best friends. It's hard, man, because you'll always love your best friends. Like there's people that I will never not love, but those are also the people I'm not talking to every day, right? They're like a best friend from the past, and they still hold that like best friend trophy because everything that we've gone through in that time period. But yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult because it's like, I don't know. Friendship, man. It's an incredible thing, and I think all you can do is be open to new friendships. And I guess that's another challenge of friendship, right? Is like, it's hard to make new friends, especially as you get older, because you're not interacting with people as much, and people are set in their ways, and other people have their friends established who they're not gonna let go to grow new friendships. And it's work. It's like getting into a new relationship. It's like going on a first date and meeting, having to eventually meet the parents, and then get like, it's all those things as if you're getting into an entire new relationship, digging in and letting out all those like past traumas and revealing scars and telling stories, and like friendship is freaking intimate. And it takes a lot of trust in order to get to a place where a new friend is being made. So I don't want this to be like a downer. It sounds very like downer, but I feel like I've been just kind of thinking about it the last couple of days, is like, what does friendship look like right now for me? And how do I find more people who I can relate to? And I think maybe this is part one of friendship talk, right? I think, as this continues and maybe as time goes on, I'll touch back to base, or when I bring on a guest, I'll ask them about their theories on friendship and where they're at with it, because I think it's a very interesting subject to talk about. And I would love to know your guys' thoughts, and let me know, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know how you're feeling about friendship right now. If you need new friends, or if like you have the best friendship that you've ever imagined and you can't imagine it going away or outgrowing it. So yeah, thank you guys. This is an interesting one. Thank you guys for listening and watching, and be sure to share this stuff. Any of the ones, I'd love, anytime you really listen to one of these podcasts or watch this videos and you strikes a certain chord, share it, get the word out, because as much as I'm really doing this to express myself and dig deep into my own soul and hear my thoughts come out of my mouth, I think a lot of the stuff I'm trying to say is relatable. And if it touches a chord and it helps you grow in any sort of way, the best thing you can do is share it. And that's why I'm trying to create this new platform, is to get the information out there and help others grow and dig deep on their own personal journey. So thanks again. Peace out.